like it's time. It settled in between your words and mine. I kept believing love would grow if I stayed, but every silence taught my heart a different way. Some pain doesn't scream. I learned to hurt slowly, one tear at a time. I learned how love fades without crossing the line. I learned to hurt slowly while holding you close, loving someone who was already gone. I smiled through the warning signs. I didn't face. I called you distance, patience, called it grace. I thought endurance meant devotion. I was wrong. You don't slowly break if love is strong. Waiting taught me loss. I learned to hurt slowly, day after day, learning that love shouldn't feel this way. I learned to hurt slowly. Now I know healing begins when I let go. Slow pain still leaves scars. I learned to hurt slowly. Now I heal the same. I learned to hurt slowly. Now I heal the same. 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 I try to explain how I felt, but words fell short. You heard my silence, but not the hurt. I kept my voice steady, kept control, but my tears spoke louder than I told. Some pain can't be spoken. My tears spoke louder than my mouth could say. They told the truth I tried to hide away. My tears spoke louder every night. They said I thought I meant more than this, more than goodbye. But you didn't hesitate, didn't ask why. I waited for reaction, some regret, but you let me go easily, without a fight that hurt the most. You let me go easily, like I was nothing to lose, like loving me was something you could undo. You let me go easily, no tears, no plea. I fall for us, you released me. I replayed every memory, searching for proof that I mattered more than the truth. But love doesn't vanish quietly if it's real, and you are already done with how I feel. Effort tells the truth. You let me go easily, and now I see if it's easy to leave, it wasn't love to keep. You let me go easily, now I'm free to find someone who won't let go of me. Love holds on. You let me go easily, I won't again. I didn't give you my strongest, I gave you my weak, the parts of me that barely speak. I trusted you with my fragile, every crack and scar. I gave you the truth of who you are. Fragile needs care. I gave you my fragile, not just my best. I gave you my heart unarmored, undressed. I gave you my fragile, and you let it fall. I trusted you deeply, you felt nothing at all. You handled me lightly until it was hard. Then you stepped away and left me in shards. I didn't need perfect, just safe, but fragile breaks easily without grace. Love should protect. Ooh, I built my heart for you, every fragile part. I was changing, growing, trying to be smart, but you walked away before I could show the love I had waiting for you to know. Timing can betray. You didn't stay to see how deep I care. You didn't wait for love, you were never there. You didn't stay to see what I could be. I gave you everything, but you didn't stay to see. I hope find direction, hope for your eyes, hope for your heart, but you chose goodbyes. I reached for your hand, but it wasn't mine. You left the story half written, unfinished line. Some departures hurt more. You didn't stay to see the love I gave, the way I would have held you if you stayed. You didn't stay to see I can survive even from a love that never arrived. Love is wasted only when you let go. You didn't stay to see I'll find my way even without you. I'll be okay. I loved you in the quiet when no one else could see. I hid my heart in silence so you wouldn't run from me. I never asked for promises, never raised my voice. I thought loving quietly was the safest choice. I swallowed every feeling just to keep you near. I loved you in the quiet while you lived out loud. I broke myself in silence, never made a sound. I loved you in the quiet, but you never knew that loving you softly still broke me in two. I watched you drift away, even when you stayed. Your eyes were always searching for something else unnamed. I told myself to wait, that love takes time, but patience turned to loneliness, and I crossed every line. I thought silence meant strength. I loved you in the quiet. When you pulled away, I stayed in the shadows while you faded day by day. I loved you in the quiet, but it cost my truth. I lost my voice, trying not to lose you. Love shouldn't feel invisible. Love shouldn't hurt this way. I loved you in the quiet, but now I'll speak. I won't disappear again to keep love weak. I loved you in the quiet, but now I'll speak. I won't disappear again to keep love You never promised forever, but I stayed. I waited in your uncertainty, unpaid. I gave you my loyalty without proof. I stayed where I wasn't chosen. I chose you. Love shouldn't beg. I stayed where I wasn't chosen, where effort was thin. I kept hoping someday you'd let me in. I stayed where I wasn't chosen, till I broke, trying to turn maybe into hope. future you describe. I waited through the maybes while my heart stayed wide. You said not now, maybe later, so I stayed holding on. But later never came, and the waiting felt wrong. Hope can turn heavy. My heart waited too long for a love that never grew. I stayed in the waiting while you already knew. My heart waited too long for you to decide, and I lost so much time standing by your side. I measured time in messages, in moments you delayed. I called it understanding while my needs slowly faded. I put my life on pause for your uncertainty, but love shouldn't feel like a constant maybe. I deserve clarity. My heart waited too long and paid all the price. I gave you my patience, you gave me excuses and time. My heart waited too long, but I'm letting go. I won't wait for love that's scared to grow. Waiting isn't love when it hurts. My heart waited too long. Now it chooses peace. My heart waited too long. My heart waited too long. Packed your words in silence, left them on the floor. Didn't ask if I was ready, just walked out the door. I watched your shadow fade out down that narrow street. You never hesitated, never looked at me. I thought you'd turn around, even just once. But you never looked back, not even to see what you're leaving was doing to someone like me. You never looked back, like love meant nothing at all. I stayed standing right there when you let us fall. searching for a sign, something that would tell me you were still mine. But closure never came, just distance growing fast. You left me with questions and a broken past. I stayed where love ended. You never looked back, you didn't slow down. I was breaking behind you without a sound. You never looked back, and now I see you weren't losing me, you were freeing me. Some people leave without regret. You never look back. You never look back. No, neither will I. I fell apart quietly, no one noticed the cracks. I smiled for everyone else while my heart collapsed. You never held me close when the storm came inside. I broke without sound. I could only hide. I broke without sound. No one heard me cry. I kept the pieces hidden from every eye. I broke without sound while you walked away. Love left me quietly, and I couldn't stay. I whispered my sorrow to shadows alone, hoping you'd feel it even through stone. But love isn't enough when it's unseen. I shattered inside where you had been. Quiet destruction hurts most. I broke without sound. Every tear contained, every hope diminished, every word restrained. I broke without sound. Now I broke without sound.